Hey there, it's Brittany, and it's one of my favorite days of the month. My October Sam's Bead box showed up, and it is Art Deco. So let's jump into this. If you're interested in subscribing to Sam's Bead box, use coupon code Turquoise for $5 off of your first box at the link in the description. Sam has all recyclable mailing packaging. And let's see what this month says. Architecture of the Art Deco era stands out with its beautiful lines, geometric patterns, and refined ornamentation. Think Chrysler Building in NYC or Eastern Columbia Building in LA. Now, a century after its start, the style seems to be in vogue once more. Rachel and I have long been drawn to Art Deco architecture and challenged ourselves to dream up a box inspired by the 20s design style. We started by looking at jewelry of the era, which was rich with sparkling diamonds and filigree. We were delighted to find check shapes such as the Deco fan and Deco ovals that felt perfect for the theme. While there aren't diamonds in this box, we're featuring glamorous elements including faceted amethyst cubes, fire polished drops, a sparkling tiara cast button, and geometric nun design focal. As we began putting together this box, I was amazed to discover the Art Deco architecture that's just around the corner from me. Do a search and you might be inspired by what you find. I can't wait to start beading together. Please share finished pieces in our gem chat group on Facebook with the hashtag Sam's Bead Box October 2022 Sam. He also includes a detailed list of the things included in the box. All right, so I'm noticing we've got quite dark colors. I think the last 3 months this is the third month in a row we've gotten some dark colors, so we'll see what's going on. I would like to see some lighter colors. Oh, I do see some clear in here though. We've got some check glass cubes, garnet color, 5 by 6 millimeters, 17.5 grams, about 50 pieces. These are just super dark red. I don't even know if you can tell they're red. They're very dark. Let's see. Gold lined rainbow crystal seed beads. These are 8/0s. Check glass Druck round lavender amethyst. Murray, maybe? 8 millimeter, about 25 pieces. Those are nice. They definitely look Art Deco with that half gold shine, half gold silver shine. Check glass Art Deco oval clear crystal gold, 12 by 16 millimeter 3-piece set. Those are pretty. I think I have some of these. I can't remember, but not this color. I like the clear with the gold. That's really pretty. Check glass center drilled flower, blue silver iris, 14 millimeter 8-piece set. These are always fun. You can get some flash in there with the silver or the purple on the back. Oh, that's weird. They're not all consistently on one side. So these two have the purple on the front, and these two have the purple on the back. I don't know if you can tell the difference. That's really weird to me. I haven't seen that before. Or if I've seen it, I haven't noticed it. Indian cut aventurine, a regular rectangle, 4 by 7 to 5 by 11 millimeter 12-inch strand. This is interesting. I think we saw this color aventurine in a different box last month or earlier this month actually, and I've never seen aventurine in this color before, so that's interesting to me. It looks more like emerald, and I think it's pretty. I really like this strand. That's pretty cool. Check glass faceted long drop tanzanite bronze, 8 by 5, 8.5 by 20 millimeter 6-piece set. That's pretty. I like that shape. I only have this shape in like a couple beads, and that's a really nice purple. Sometimes check purples can be kind of washed out, but these are really a very nice purple. Tanzanite, yep. Like a deep tanzanite. Check glass fire polish faceted round jet black gold, 8 millimeter 15.2 grams, 25 pieces. These are beautiful. I don't think I have any that look like this, and they're gorgeous. Wow, those make my eyes sparkle. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but that gold is super duper shiny. That is beautiful. Check glass table cut freeform diamond red crystal 2-piece set, 19 by 22 millimeter. Those are cool. You know, everything, I love everything separately, but so far, like, I think this is just not my favorite color combo. And I think when we had jewel tones last year, I said the same thing. I'm loving everything independently. I don't know that I am automatically would go and pull them together. Jewel tones together to me is really hard on me to do. Not saying I won't do something with them together. It's just hard for me personally. We all have our favorites, right? But these are beautiful. It's funny, these are coming back because I have a set that's probably 22 years old of black fans that look like this. Check glass Art Deco fan, 17 millimeter, 4 pairs. And again, I love each color independently. This is black. Yeah, that's black. Love those by themselves. Love the red, love the blue, and love the purple. But I don't know if I would use them together outside of doing a video on the box, just because I'm not a jewel tone person together. I would use them with other things. So Nun Design Deco Dome Pendant, antique gold plate, 19 by 21 millimeter. Tiara Cast Starburst button, antique gold plate, 14.5 millimeter, made in the US and lead free. This is a cool piece. I can see people doing a lot of things with this, using polymer clay. I could see them using resin, like embedding something in the middle, beads, stitching, wire wrapping. There's a lot of things. You could just leave it like this. I think a lot of people will, because it's really beautiful by itself. And this is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite buttons from Tiara Cast. I think I have it in copper. I don't know that I had it in brass or gold or whatever color this is, and I love it. So far the button and these beads are my favorite, although I really liked these as well. Check glass struck round gold decadence, 6 millimeter, about 50 pieces. Those are fun. It's kind of, and don't come for me in the comments. This kind of reminds me of the brass, like, hardware and faucets and stuff in my parents' 90s home, because like bright brass was like the thing in the 90s when they built that house. That's what that reminds me of. And so does this, but these are really pretty. Check glass starburst ovals, gold decadence, 11 by 13 millimeter, 8-piece strand. I'm thinking like all the golds would look really nice together, like these and those would just look amazing in one piece, like almost like a New Year celebration piece, but we're only in October. But anyway, these are gorgeous. I don't think I've seen this shape. I have this shape, but I don't think I've seen this finish on a bead like that before. Those are really pretty. I like those. Check glass diamond jet black AB, 9.5 by 15.5 millimeter, 12-piece set. These look vintage. Yeah, they're not vintage, but they look vintage. I feel like I have a lot of black check beads that have that finish on them. Ooh, we got them in the tiny size. Check glass fire polish faceted round jet black gold, 4 millimeter, about 100 pieces. That's awesome. I'm excited about that. We got them in 2 different sizes. Those are gorgeous. I really like those. Black and gold is such a wonderful neutral, and I love wearing black and gold together. A lot of people don't like gold. I love it. Love it. I actually like gold more than silver color. Works better with my skin. These are beautiful. Grade AB amethyst faceted cube, 8 to 9 millimeter, 8-piece set. These are gorgeous. I love this shape, and I've wanted more beads in this shape, like gemstone beads in this shape, so I'm excited to have these. Thanks, Sam. These are gorgeous. Look at that guy. That one's like super purple. Beautiful. I love cubes. Lapis Smooth Round dyed 10 millimeter 7-inch strand. These are gorgeous. Yeah, it's a 10 millimeter. I love lapis. I still have that whole tray of lapis stuff out from earlier this year. Either need to put it away or just finish the pieces that I was going to work on. Oh, this Gold Decadence is making its way in to this whole thing. I love it. Gold, check glass mandala flower, Gold Decadence, 18 millimeter one piece. Beautiful. That's a really cool finish. It's not something that I would have thought of, but it looks like metal more than some of the other finishes that you'll see on check glass. These are nice. I love that. Check glass faceted barrel evening elegance mix, 6 by 15 millimeter 8-piece set. These are so pretty. These are so pretty. I love these. That color combo. I like the lighter into the blue, and the lighter green into the blue, into the purple. Those are really, really pretty. And then last, but certainly not least, check glass diagonal drilled cube emerald green 8 millimeter 25-piece set. These are pretty. Those are gorgeous. Okay, so my thoughts on this box are I absolutely love every single bead in the box. And it's absolutely cohesive. I just don't want to use them together. This is not a color palette that I'm psyched about using together. So if I would think, like, if I just placed an order with Sam and got all these beads, wonderful. It's a great box. It's just not my box. You know what I mean? Like, I was obsessed with the August and September boxes. This one has beautiful, beautiful beads in it. I just don't really want to use them all together. So those of you who love jewel tones or like royal looking things, Art Deco, you're going to love this. I will make something with it in this video, but it might not be that I use green and red and blue and purple all together. I might just use some of these and some gold or something, you know? So that's the cool thing about boxes like this, though. Interpret it the way you want. Add stuff from your stash if you need to. You obviously don't need to with this box. You get such a great array of different things. And then there's always next month's box. There's nothing in here I don't like. So please don't get the wrong idea. Let me know, what do you love jewel tones together? Do you like Art Deco? What did you think about this box? And I'm going to come back with a project. Okay, so we are going to be making a necklace and a pair of earrings, and I'm actually super duper excited about this. It's gonna be cute. I'm gonna use this mandala flower Gold Decadence, the purple drops, tanzanite bronze drops, the gold drux, some of the it's gonna kill me to use these because I want to hoard them, but I really want to use them, the amethyst, and we're going to be using this evening elegance mix, the faceted barrels that I just love. We're using a lot from the box today to make this necklace, but there's still so much left because I'm not using any other color than purple, and there were several other colors, blue, red, and green. So we're going to use these. These we're going to use in the earrings. I took this pair of purple fans for the earrings, and I don't know if we're going to use these or these, but we'll see. Part of the focal will be this mandala, and it's funny because I want it to kind of look like a chandelier, but I went through my box of chandelier components and I didn't love anything in there, so I think we're just going to do a loop under here. However, it's going to be a pretty big loop. I'm going to find some gold. Here's some gold wire. I don't even know what size this is. I think it's 22. Yeah, that's probably 22 gauge, which is fine. And we're going to make a pendant. But I need a bigger loop at the bottom because I want it, like I said, to look like a chandelier, but we're not going to be using a chandelier. So I'm first going to take some of these tanzanite beads. I just need 3 of them. I have some ball head pins. I've been using these a lot lately. I love them. And I'm going to use some of these drucks, 4 of them. FYI, 13 Days of Halloween starts tomorrow. It might be already today wherever you are. So I'm going to just wire wrap these at the top. There we go. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Okay, now I want to make a loop to hang below my mandala. I've gotten out this mandrel from Bead, and I'm just going to kind of guide my wire around it. I don't really know what size I need, but probably a pretty big loop. So somewhere around like that size, maybe even a little bigger. If this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to just switch to a chandelier. All right, so I'm going to straighten out one of my ends like that. And then I am going to, before I wire wrap that, I need to slide on my pieces. And I'm going to start with a druck. Then a drop, and I'm just going to repeat that pattern. So there we go. It's looking like I could make it a little smaller, maybe like oval shaped. I'm going to straighten that out a little bit. Find my nylon jaw pliers somewhere in this hot mess express of a desk. So my house is going on the market next week. This room has to be like spotless when the photographers come. I'm super worried because the Phoenix housing market is bananas, like not in a good way right now, because the interest rates have gone so far up. But I need all the good vibes you all can send me if you're willing. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go. I like that. I think I overestimated how big it needs to be. I just don't want it to like, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go up. I always use too much wire anyway. So I'm gonna go up, straighten this out a little bit here. And I am going to wire wrap around the one end. And it's probably going to go out of shape a little bit, but it'll be okay. I'll be able to manipulate it with my fingers. And I'm just doing 2 wire wraps there. So I have a cute little dangly bit. That would be cute for an earring too, if you want to just make a couple earrings like this. I'm going to trim that wire, and then I'm coming up through my bead. I love it. And you could put more beads on here. I think I think I would have liked to fill that with more beads, but I just didn't have anything that I really wanted to put on there. These weren't really the color I wanted, and I have some seed beads, but that's a little bright, and these are a little dull. You're actually going to see a really fun video coming up soon with these. That was kind of the inspiration for part of this necklace. So I'm just going to do a wire wrapped loop at the top, making sure that my piece is facing the right way. So I want my loop to go back, reposition, come forward, reposition, go back again. So we have a loop there. And I'm just stringing this so I can close this right now. And I'm just gonna tightly wrap a couple times down till I meet my bead. Nope. I love that. And then I'm going to cut that off in the back. So we have our pendant. And if you have 22 gauge or even probably 20 gauge wire, you can absolutely make your own, because this is other than the wire, everything else is in this kit. You can also like wire wrap beads across the front if you wanted to. Lots of different things you can do with that. And then I'm just gonna string. I kind of tested out a pattern earlier that I liked. So I have this guy. I just like how all three of these are fanned out. I did not want them to hang on top of each other. That's why I put these spacers in the middle. All right, I'm going to use all but probably the two really dark ones from this, but maybe we'll use that. I'm going to put the two that I think are the prettiest right next to the pendant. I'll probably put the smaller drucks here. Spill out some of those. Maybe I'll put a couple seed beads. I'll see if I have purple. If not, I'll probably just end up using this. Although I do know I have purple because that's just a color that comes in seed bead mixes a lot. And then I'm just going to put some beads in. So I really liked how these looked. Only two. I'll save the other one for a bracelet or something. Just interspersed with the drucks. I think what I'll end up doing is also using some smaller seed beads to space them out a little bit more. Like I said, there's another video coming up that I made before this one where I use seed beads a lot to do that. So that was to get me out of a funk. And sometimes you just want an easy necklace to get you back to creating. So for these, I'm just going to put the purple side towards the pendant. And then here. But actually, I think I'm going to put some cubes in first. Here we go. I love those. And then put these two right here. And I think I'll go with another set of these. And some more drucks. And then I think I'm going to fill the back. I mean, I guess I could use these. They're a little bigger than I wanted to go for, but I think that'll be a great way to fill up the rest of the necklace. And then I'll just space it with some seed beads and some of these drucks, although I really like these drucks and that finish. I'm going to look for a seed bead that'll go with this. Okay, I didn't have to go far. I found these. I got these in a random bead haul a couple months ago, and I think that we'll find some good purples in here. So there's a couple. I could go with a lighter purple. I like that because there's an AB on it. I know you can't really see it. This one's a little clear, although I really like that. This one's very dark. I think we'll figure out between those three which one I like best. So let's just kind of take some wire here. I have some gold Beadalon 19 strand wire. And I'm just gonna do something like this to see which one I like the best. Oh, I lost it. Oh, there it is. All right, well, I like that. There's one other thing I want to try. I have these gold line seed beads. I like the purple better. Okay, so I'm going to start stringing. Actually, I've already started here. I'll just kind of get those gold ones out of the way. I'm going to start here. I'll end up putting more beads back in the back, but I think it'll be helpful for me to put on this entire piece before I start beading up the back. I don't want this necklace to be too long. So I cleaned up some of the, I cleaned up the seed beads, and I added 5 extra gold line to the back just to give it a little bit more length. This is going to be right like above my chest. So I am just going to start by crimping one side onto a clasp and then crimping the other onto a jump ring. I'll take one crimp bead. Sorry if you can hear some commotion in the background. And this necklace is reversible, so it doesn't really matter what side I put the clasp on. Usually I put it on the right side of the necklace because I'm right-handed, but I can't even tell which side is the right and which side is the left at this point. I'm going to double that back through a couple beads, including that first crimp bead. And I'm just going to pull that down. Take my crimping pliers. And we want to make sure that that wire isn't crossed. So coming back down through a couple beads doesn't make it more sturdy, but it actually makes it a lot easier on you. The other day I made a necklace, and I haven't posted that video yet, but there are a bunch of blunders in it that I kept in. I had some issues because I had a seed bead that the wire wouldn't come back down through, and it flows so much better if you can come back down through a few beads. And if you want to come back down through more, it'll be helpful in case you have to crack off your crimp and restring. All right, so I'm going to put that in my crimping pliers in that largest valley, and I'm going to, I caught it before I did it, but I had my glass seed bead in with the crimp, and I could feel it starting to crunch, and we don't want that. So you just want to make sure that you're just getting the crimp bead in there, not your seed bead. And the good thing is my other side isn't crimped yet, so I can kind of move those beads away from my crimp. Now when it gets to the other side, you really need to be careful because you'll crack your seed bead, and then you'll be missing a bead. So I'm going to squish. And now it looks like a little macaroni or a little elbow. And I'm going to turn 90 degrees. Move it up to the next notch. Squish again. Oh. And I did it again. I wasn't paying attention. I pushed too hard in the wrong spot of the crimping pliers. This is not my week with crimps. It's my week with other things, but not crimps. I tell you, wait till that other video comes out. You're going to be laughing at me or crying with me. All right, I'm just going to cut this off. I actually could just cut the wire at this point because the other side isn't crimped. But let's see if we could just save that little bit of space. Now, if you're frustrated, don't do this when you're frustrated, okay? Walk away, because you will mess it up. I promise you. Kind of the reason I'm cracking this off is so you can see how I do it. Now, you really want to be careful that you don't mar your wire. We're okay here. There aren't any scuffs or anything. And I'm just going to put on that crimp again. Put on my clasp. Come back through the crimp. If you can do this without crossing your wires, that's totally fine. You can run it down through your beads, whatever floats your boat. This time I'm just going to hold it and crimp. Then turn 90 degrees. I hit the crimp with these pointy pieces before instead of putting it between these little valleys. And that's why it did what it did. And then I'm just going to squish again, move it up one more, and squish. Okay? Now, this is where I'm going to move this down through my beads. And I'm going to cut that wire flush with those beads. You can do this after, but it's a little easier right here. Okay? I'm going to move everything down, and I want it to be loosey-goosey because we don't want a necklace that's in a straight line. So just have some drape in there. That's great. Like, it's still loosey-goosey. You don't have to use beading wire for this. You can use S-Lon, you can use thread, cord, whatever. I always reach for the beading wire first. And to my detriment sometimes, because sometimes I forget that I have my S-Lon out. It's not my eye line. Most of the time I have to look way up. And I forget I have it. And sometimes necklaces are just a little softer when you use S-Lon. But either way, you do you. I'm sure there are different mediums that everybody's just comfortable with their own medium, right? All right, so I'm getting this back through the crimp, down through several of those beads, and then I'm gonna pull on my jump ring for leverage, making sure that all these beads are all the way snug on the other side, and then pull. And this is where you have to be careful. Don't crack your glass seed bead, okay? Don't crack it. Don't crack it. And if you need to say it while you're doing it, that's totally fine. Okay, so I can see that my seed bead isn't in there. Okay, pulling tight, squishing. Turning 90 degrees. You know how, like, I manifest it by saying, don't crack it, don't crack it. And just squishing. Now, I could put a bead cover on. I'm not going to do that on this necklace. Just won't see it. Love it. I have a little bit left over. I'll save that. And here we go. Isn't this necklace gorgeous? Only thing I added in were findings wire and just a touch of seed beads. So you can use the seed beads from the kit, which actually, now that I'm looking at them, weren't that different from the ones that I put in. They're just like a topazy color instead of purple. I love this. And I love that focal piece. I think if I had to do it again, I would put seed beads up the sides, but I honestly like it the way it is. It's super Art Deco with this dangle, with these pieces in there, and this beautiful mandala. Thank you, Sam, for coordinating these purples together. They look gorgeous. And then I'm just gonna make a quick pair of earrings that are super duper Art Deco-y. Need 2 of these, so I'll cut this open. And then I have these little fans. I want those below it. I think I was thinking about using my last 2 amethyst, but see how these are like the dimensions off. These are chunky and these are flatter. So I guess I could make it work, but maybe I'll save these for a different project, or I'll just make a pair using those and more of these beads. I think those are nice. Maybe. But I'm just going to take these two and I'm going to do, again, the ball head pins wire wrap with the fan. Okay, we have our fan. And I'm going to grab some 24 gauge wire because this was a 24 gauge wire. I just don't want the 20 and the 22 and the 24 to clash size wise. I just have some clearance wire from Hobby Lobby from a million years ago. It never runs out. All right, so I'm going to take my loop, slide on my fan, and you could do this in any order. You could do the top one first, and then do this on the bottom loop. I hope that makes sense. So you're not kind of wire wrapping your whole earring while having the wire hang onto the dangle, but I don't mind either way. And I'm going to cut that in the back on the same side that I've cut the fan. Put on my oval. These ovals have kind of small holes, so I'm very happy that I chose the 24 gauge instead of the 22. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of finagle until I get it facing the way I want. These are simple, but these beads are so pretty that I don't want to do a crazy earring. Plus, I already made a necklace, so. All right, so we need to snip in the back. All right, that is such a pretty earring. I'm gonna get an ear wire. I have some extra beadle-on ear wires that I didn't know I had. And I think that's very simple. You can always change the look of your earring depending on what kind of ear wire you use too. Here we go. I'm going to make the other one and I'll be right back. All right, our necklace and earrings are finished. I am super happy with this pair. These are probably, I don't know, these might go to one of my friends. Mom's been getting a lot of earrings lately. She only has 2 ears. And this necklace is definitely staying with me. I love it, love it, love it. And this is going to be a great layering piece too. So if I think I could wear, I could wear pretty much anything with this. Blue, I could wear green, gold, purple, clear, any neutral. So it's definitely like a layering necklace for sure. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in subscribing to Sam's Bead Box, check out the link in my description box of this video, and you can use coupon code Turquoise for $5 off of your first box. The box is $45 plus shipping at samsbeadbox.com. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what your favorite part of the video was and your favorite thing in the box today. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye. pie. Hi. Very sleepy, huh? Hi, cutie pie. Oh, you want a tummy rub? Of course you do. It's all you want ever.